Alright, so running a little late with WNBA Talk with Jay episode 9, the Las Vegas Aces. Running a little late with it today. I am. I'm running late with it today. Um, so when we talk about it, you know, when we talk about it, so the Las Vegas Aces, they're 16-8. They're fifth seed. In their last 10 games, they went 8-2. Now let's talk about the Las Vegas Aces and how we got here. Chelsea Gray was out for about 6 games, I want to say. The Sky beat them during that. A couple other teams beat them during that. You all, they're 16-8. Normally, the Sky would have only lost maybe 3 games by now, if even 3 by now. That it's like y'all didn't have Chelsea Gray. Y'all struggled defensively. Y'all struggled defensively not having Chelsea Gray. We got it is. Not having Chelsea Gray made a difference for us, the Las Vegas Aces. Granted, you had um Jackie Young doing a lot of the ball control, but defensively they lacked. They lacked defensively with not having Chelsea Gray, and you saw it. You saw the defensive lapses. Um, Bright spots in it. Chelsea Gray. I mean, Jackie Young had a real solid game. I think she had a high. I think she scored 30 in a game during the point where Chelsea Green wasn't playing. Asia's having another major season. She's averaging 25 and 10. She's the unanimous vote for most people's MVP. Most people's MVP is Asia. Like, she's balling on a whole nother level right now that she can't be stopped. Granted, there are other players in MVP conversation, in the MVP conversation, but they're not having the same type of season that Asia Wilson's having to be like, um, to be like, to be like, um, that you need that you need to. I mean, people want to have other votes. Angel Wilson's most people's vote, but Kalia Cobb's going to get some votes. Brianna Stewart's going to get some votes. Um, Alyssa Thomas is going to get votes. I'm sure Nafisa Collier is going to get votes for MVP. They're all having great seasons. Even Sabrina Ionescu is going to get some votes. She's probably like having one of the best shooting pockets like games that she's had in a while. Um, but yeah, Asia's been honest. As far as MVP, Jackie Young's been playing amazing. If you watch the Olympics, you you saw when Jackie Young got inserted in the starting lineup, the difference that she makes offensively and defensively makes a difference. Um, Kelsey Plum had a few great moments during the Olympics. Um, yeah, she had a few great moments during the Olympics. Also, if we're gonna be honest, she had a couple of great moments. Um, I still would say the aces are gonna go as Asia Wilson goes. Um, 25 is information. Jacqueline can go off for 20. Uh, will probably average 20 a night also. Kelsey Plum she's probably going to average close to, we'll say 15 a night. Chelsea's Gray is good for about 12, about 12 a night. 12 a night. And she could double double with the assists. So, going like finishing off these last second half of the season, I think Kia Stokes needs to score. Like, granted, y'all got her because of height defensively, but we've seen when she's shot the ball, like she can shoot the three too. Um, that Asia doesn't have to do everything. I would want to see Kia Stokes shoot the ball some. And, I mean, I'm not saying force it. I'm saying shoot the ball. That's all I'm saying. She has some matchups that she should be able to just like this with it, but she doesn't. Um, that would help. Tiffany Tiffany Hayes was a great signing for the Aces. A great signing for them. Um, the way she slashes and drives the ball, defends, she can go get a bucket. Um, she's provided um a lot for them. Whether it was starting or coming off the bench, she's been solid for them. Kate Martin, the rookie, has had some solid moments. She's had some solid moments. You really didn't know what to expect from Kate Martin coming in. Coming in, you didn't know what to expect for as Kate Martin. Um, but she shot a three, good, well, mid range a little bit, free throws. She seems to fit in well with the Las Vegas Aces. Alicia Gray comes in, defends, shoots the three decent. Now, the whole the Erica Hamby situation, that's crazy. I read like more and more about that. It's more things that are dropping. Um, yeah, Becky Hammond and the Aces as an organization, y'all just look foul so far with like some of the stuff. But Dearica Hammon's doing the right thing in suing. She's doing the right thing in suing, and We gonna see how that works out. But it ain't looking good for us. The Aces. It's not looking good. Um, but salute to Dearica Hamby. You know, y'all traded her. She's at the Sparks All Star Olympian. She's averaging 20 and 10. I think it. She needed that. She needed to get away from the Aces. I hate to say it. You know, she needed to get away from the Aces. It's been an amazing year for her. She's definitely in the talks of most improved player. I don't know if Becky Hampton's going to get fired. I don't know. I've seen people say about her getting fired. Um, a fine is not enough. Um, I would be highly surprised if she does get fired. But then again, with how this is going, I wouldn't fully be surprised. I wouldn't fully be surprised if she got fired. Um, but you gotta hold her accountable. Suspending her those 2 games didn't really justify or hold her accountable for what happened. It didn't. If we're gonna be honest, it didn't. So I don't know, but if Becky Hammond is to be fired, ooh, that's gonna be a story. That's gonna be a story in itself if she gets fired. If you noticed, it came out that the Aces players were told not to contact Dearica Hamby. So yeah, it's a lot of things that are coming out for us. The Aces at Dearica Hamby situation. That's like that's the best way to say it. But Dearica Hamby's happy in LA in her situation, like being the best version of her. But that situation's ugly though. That lawsuit's gonna be crazy. Um, what was I saying before we got into that? Um, Alicia Clark. Defends well, shoots the three well. Kate Martin off the bench. So the Aces are going Tiffany Tiffany Hayes off the bench, Alicia Clark off the bench, Kate Martin off the bench. So so I don't know. I think the Aces are solid. They've been playing good. Um, they need. I think if somebody off the bench could average close to double figures, or like everybody as a collective can score, rebound, contribute a certain amount, not as much pressure on the starting five, that would be something. Um, um, the Aces last games for the second half of the season, they play the New York Liberty twice. So that's a Stewie Asian matchup again. After watching them play phenomenal together for us in the Olympics, it's like, we back being competitors again. We're back being competitors again. Um, that's gonna be a fun matchup. That's gonna be a fun matchup. Can JJ be dominant in her matchup against Kia Stokes without um getting offensive fouls, trying to be physical? And can Kia Stokes defend JJ without fouling? So those are 2 matchups that matter. Um, Benaja Laney and Jackie Young. That's a good matchup back and forth. That's a good matchup back and forth. Whoever wins that definitely helps. Um, Sabrina. Sabrina's been shooting lights out. Um, whoever guards her, you gotta be able to guard her, defend her without fouling. Um, hopefully, that's why I say far as Sandy Bardello. If I'm her, I go with Sabrina at the point, Saluti off the bench. That would be my five. That would be my five. Like pacing is better. It matches. It would match up with Aces a lot better. Going that route with it. Um, I wouldn't be surprised in 2 games they split. I can see both of them winning one. So I'm gonna say they're gonna split those games, and they're gonna be very close games. They're probably gonna come down to the last few minutes of the fourth quarter to who wins these games. They're gonna be that close. I don't see them like it's a game of runs. You know, Asia can go 10 by herself. Stewie can go on a run by herself. Sabrina can go on a run by herself. Jackie Young's a bucket and can make some things happen. So, um, they're gonna split those 2 games. Them playing the Minnesota Lynx, it's got to be anybody but Fee. If you're the Aces, anybody but Fee has to be Chubb. Like Kayla McBride's been shooting pretty fine. Alana Smith has got to figure out how to around score going up against Kia Stokes. Kia Stokes has size, but she doesn't like defend like physical. So that should be an interesting matchup. Fee versus Asia is gonna be good too. That's gonna be a good matchup too. Um, I think they could split that too. Like we're not gonna act like the Lynx don't have a solid core team. Like Nephisha's the go-to. They have Alana Smith, who you saw in the Olympics that did great. They have Kayla McBride. They have Courtney Williams. Um, who else? Dorky Uhas off the bench. Diamond Miller off the bench. Um, so bench production is going to play a part in this too. That's why I say they probably will split them two, or if somebody wins both games, it's going to be like the last second of the game to win it. That's how that's going to go. The Aces play the Sky 2 more games. Now the Sky have beat the Aces before. Mind you, they did have Marina Mabry that um that their new lineup of Kennedy Carter, Lindsay Allen, Michaela Onyewele, Angel, Camila Cardoso. Now, size wise, I think y'all match starting fives. I think the Aces have more to bring off the bench. More to bring off the bench, more production off the bench. Um, so that'll make a difference. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Um, like the Lynx. I mean, the Sky bring Turner off the bench. They're gonna bring Rachel Banham off the bench, Mo Jefferson off the bench, Dana Evans off the bench, Diamond Shields. So you have some players to bring off the bench, but it's like I can't say um that the Sky's production off the bench is remotely even close to what the Aces get out of their bench players. I can't say that. Um, it all depends. It all depends. The Aces could the Sky could sneak another one from the Aces. It's possible, like they did before. It's possible. Um, I'm gonna say they split. I'm gonna say they split, but in like it's possible the Aces beat them both games. We just gotta wait to see. The Aces played the Dream. The Dream had Ryan Howard back. That's gonna be a big difference. Ryan versus Jackie Young is always a fun matchup. That's always a fun matchup. Um, Asia Gray versus in a matchup with Kelsey Plum. That's a fun matchup. Tina Charles. Tina Charles in the mix with Asia. Um, it all depends. Like sometimes the Dream can shoot the ball very well. So like if the Dream's offense is working, it could be a good game. It's gonna be a game of stops. It's gonna be a game of stops. Hopefully Ryan Howard's shot is falling. It's falling. Um, far as the Dream, they bring Nia Coffey off the bench. Naz Hillman off the bench. Crystal Dangerfield off the bench. Um, you can get some offense in that. Um, Cheyenne Parker Tyus off the bench. Um, like they're a solid team. They have good pieces. It just seemed like it just hasn't been fit together. That's all that with the Dream. Whereas like the Aces, I know with the starting five, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this. Um, I would have the Aces beating them. I would have the Aces beat the Dream. They gotta go play the Indiana Fever twice. This is gonna be a good one because what I said as far as Indiana and Caitlin Clark for the second half of the season, let it fly. Hashtag let it fly. She's got to shoot the ball more, and especially in a matchup with the Aces, 9 times out of 10, Jackie Young's gonna guard Caitlin Clark. I'm thinking, yeah, because she's the best defensive person. So I'm pretty sure Jackie Young's gonna guard Caitlin Clark. Chelsea Gray's gonna guard is gonna guard I was probably gonna guard Kelsey Mitchell, I'm assuming. Like, cause they switch with the offense defense. So you gotta really see. Um but that's gonna be a good game. Like I know the viewership's gonna be high for the Aces in the Fever game. The Aces in the Sky Aces in Liberty. Like viewership, like and here's the thing. As much as we can we can say this, that, and the third about Caitlin Clark, one thing you cannot take away from Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is that they boosted the ratings. Viewership was going up, yes, but the two of them definitely helped with ratings. They helped with ratings in their own rights, their own way. They help with ratings. So that's definitely a thing that you gotta salute. Like Caitlin's help with that, Angel Reese's help with that. Um, Like the game that the Sky played, that you had what 500,000 watching the game off of IG Live. That's amazing for Angel Reese. That definitely put a spark to the WNBA to fix showing games now. That's what they had to do. So those gonna be good back and forth games. I would still have the Aces to win. I would still have the Aces to beat the Fever, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good games. They're gonna be good back and forth games. Um, can Jackie Young shut down Caitlin Clark? That would be a thing. Um, can Melissa Smith and Aaliyah Boston be effective in the post with Asia Wilson and Kia Stokes? Um, the easy shots, the easy shots for both of them, they gotta make them. They gotta make them. Like Asia's not gonna take it easy on either one of them. So whatever easy shots you can get, you need to make sure you make them because the Fever are not gonna get a bunch of second and third chances going up against the Aces. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of those. They play the Seattle Storm. Now, them and the Seattle Storm is going to be an interesting game. Chelsea, Chelsea and Scott Smith going back and forth. Ezzy McLaughlin going up against Kia Stokes. NECA and Asia. Um, they have Jordan Horston at their starting three. She's been solid rebounding and defending. So that'll be an interesting matchup with her on Jackie Young. Julian Plum Dog. Like they match up, but it's like other than Sammy Wilcombe off y'all bench, other than Sammy Wilcombe to shoot the threes off the Storm bench, y'all don't really have no bench. Y'all don't really have no bench compared to the Aces. So can NECA get going? Can Ezzy get going offensively and defensively? Can Mercedes Russell off the Storm bench come in and play solid minutes for the Storm? Because they're gonna need her. Same for Jordan Holmes. Jordan Holmes should get some minutes. Victoria Vivens has to come in and make some shots. Come in and make some shots. Um, the Aces versus the Sparks. Last game, Derek Harvey I think had 30 and 10, and the Sparks won. We know this. Derek Harvey is going to try to take it to the Aces every chance she plays them. And last time it led them to a victory for the Sparks. So I expect nothing less from Derek Harvey 20 and 10. Erin McDonald, see what she can do with Chelsea Gray. Um, Kia Nurse going up against Plum Dog. Will the Rakia Jackson, as far as Jackie Young. Also, um, will Azrae Stevens be in the starting five? That'll be a question. Like, granted, if we talk about size wise and the bigs, they Aces have that. Um, they do kind of win a lot of these matchups, if we being honest. If we being honest. Um, I want to see Ray Burrell gets some minutes off the bench. It seems like Zion Cook minutes kind of fluctuating up and down this year. You know, I don't know. Have we got an update for as Lexi Brown? Like, I know she's supposed to be out indefinitely, but have they said anything in regards to her? If not, you know, prayers up for Lexi Brown. And she has Crohn's disease, and she was doing. She was one of the sports analysts for um the Sparks game. You know, so hopefully we get an update for her. But let's just say that Ace's Sparks game is gonna be fun to watch. It is. It's gonna be fun to watch. Um, the Aces and the Wings play twice. Now, this is gonna be a good game. Asia, Asia and Natasha Howard, Big T going against Kia Stokes, Satu and Jackie Young matchup. Plum Dog, and I'm thinking JC Sheldon comes back in the starting lineup. So she'll be the starting lineup, I'm thinking. Because I forgot that Odyssey Sims would be waived along with Mo Billings because they were hardship signings. So I'm thinking JC Sheldon comes back in lineup and then Enrique. Like, that's going to be, that's solid starting fives. Now, the Wings bring Kalani Brown in. They bring Maddie Seagrass, as long as she's healthy, she'll be playing. Jaylen Brown come back from injury too. Lou Lopez, Show. So they got a couple players to match the Aces couple players who come off the bench. Um, that's like both of these matchups probably gonna come out in the fourth quarter. But we just gotta see. I'm gonna say they come down the fourth quarter. They could possibly split with these two games. They could probably split. Um, but they're gonna be fun games to watch. The Aces and the Mercury. That's gonna be a fun game to watch. Anybody but Kyle. Anybody but Kyle can beat y'all if I'm the Aces. Anybody but Kyle can beat me. Anybody but Kyle. Anybody but anybody but Kyle. That would be how that goes. Anybody but Kyle has to beat us if I'm the Aces. Anybody but Kyle. BG can be dominant in the post. Spicy Sophie off the bench. Um, Natasha Cloud, she's going to defend. She can shoot the three. Um, Dan Taurasi could go off. Anything's possible. Like, that's why I say it's gonna be a fun game. Asia's gonna do Asian type things. Jackie Young versus Ka. Ka is really the matchup I want to see. Them trade buckets back and forth. Like, Ka's a bucket. Like, she's truly North Philly. Like, Ka's a bucket. If I had to do a franchise, give me Ka. Give me Kalia Ka to build around. Like, give me Ka any day. Like, I know she's a dog. She's a dog. She's gonna go out there defend. She's gonna go out there and give me a bucket too. Like, give me Kai on my team any day. Give me her. Give me Give me Alyssa Thomas. Give me the two of them on my team any day, and let me build around them. Solid players. Like aces. Anybody but Kai. Anybody but Kai gotta beat y'all. That's how that gotta go. Anybody but Kai. And if y'all let Kai score more than 20, then you know what, and she making shots, it's gonna be one of those. It's gonna be one of those. Like Cosman putting the league on notice. Like she's one of those. Like, remember, I'm a finals MVP. Like finals MVP. I'm an Olympian. I'm an all-star. Like, stop playing with her. She's a champion. Like, stop playing with Kyle. Like, Kyle's one of those. Kyle's really one of those. Like, like that's gonna be a good matchup. I'm that can go down to the wire. It really depends. It can go down to the wire. They played Connecticut Suns twice. Connecticut Sun twice. That could be a really good matchup too. I think those are going to be close games. Those are going to be close games. Some of these could be very close games out of the games that the Las Vegas Aces have left. But that's what's made this WNBA season so exciting, because the matchups have been amazing. The matchups have been amazing. They've been amazing. Um, the Las Vegas Aces 16-8, fifth place, 8-2 in the last 10 games. They have they got 16 games. The Aces have 16 games left. I would say 10-6. 10-6 for now. 10-6, 12-4. 10-6, 12-4. You know? Like, they're a great team, but they're in fifth place. So any given night, one of these top teams could lose a game to a team that you're like, nah. On paper, they shouldn't lose this game. But then when you go watch these games, you're like, all right, I see why they lost. I see how they lost. So, like, fifth ain't bad, but it's like the Aces definitely could get higher than fifth place. Like, we're so used to them being number one that it's just like looking at their looking at them being 16-8. It's just like what is going on? Like, what is going on? That would be the best way to explain it. Like, what is going on? Um, don't be surprised if some games you see Tiffany Hayes start some games in these last 16. They go smaller, and Asia plays 5, and Kia Stokes comes off the bench. Don't be surprised if that happens in some of these games, because you've seen it happen before. So don't be surprised if it happens. Like, Kia Stokes defends very well and rebounds very well, but if you look at her stat line, it ain't nothing to look at. But she affects the game with being in there, though. Like, if imagine if you can get Kia Stokes to average 6-9, or 6-8 a game, it would help them. She's gotta score the easy buckets that she gets. She can be right there to the rim and still passes it out. I don't understand the logic. It gives me kind of like Ben Simmons vibes at times. That it's just like, come on, bro. It's like, come on, bro, what you doing? Like, are the Aces the favorite this year? I would say yeah, but Connecticut, Minnesota, New York are always contenders. They're always contenders. Like, there's gonna be an upset somewhere in this playoffs. It's gonna be an upset. I don't know where it's gonna come, but there's gonna be an upset somewhere in the playoffs. So mark my word for that. It's gonna be an upset coming. It's gonna be an upset coming. But salute to y'all that just tuned in. WNBA Talk with Jay, episode 9, Las Vegas Aces. I thought I would have got through most of the teams. The season starts back up tomorrow. So, you know, 3 games tomorrow. I know the Sky play tomorrow. I think the Fever play tomorrow. And the Knicks play tomorrow. Um, so I'm probably watching the Sky game. I want to see how they play with the trade. Um, I definitely need to see the Wings with having Satu back. Um, and how that work, how that chemistry comes together. But yeah, I'm ready for these last 14, 16 games for most teams to see how the playoff picture shapes up and how it changes. Yeah. Um, Probably we'll talk the rest of the NCAA chat, women's preseason top 100 players. I think down to 20 to 10. I think 20, the top 20 players now, or the top 10 players. We're going to talk about that because before you know it, and WNBA is over, college basketball season starts in November. So the very end of October, beginning of November, and that'll be the next thing we'll be talking about. That and probably talk some NBA on some things, you know. But just know it's a bunch of things we gonna talk about. Tune in to Talks with Jay, 7 p.m. today. Got an interview with Julian Thomas. Julian Thomas, as far as Ball Wars, he got an upcoming battle coming up. We gonna talk to him at 7 p.m. So come back and tune in for that. And then probably later tonight, like I've been doing past couple of nights, quick chat with Jay, probably like 10:30, 11. Chop it up, sports, music, battle rap, like other things. So, like, tap in with me on the different things y'all see me doing. Salute to those who've been rocking with me